Hey guys, so I'm going to show you guys in this video how I like to braid my hair and get a big full braid right here around my face. So I'm going to throw in some tips and some products and some tools that help make this a little bit easier, but by no means do you need all of these products. So first things first, I have pretty clean hair. I washed it last night, and so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get it gritty and get some dry shampoo in there just to kind of dirty it up a little bit, because if your hair is too clean, the braid doesn't really like to stay in and it can slip out. So if you have a little bit of texture, third day hair, second, third day hair, or throw in some dry shampoo, that's really going to help the hold for a longer lasting style. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute. If you have clips, they're gonna be helpful. A little barrette is fine too, or a hair tie, and then a comb. So once that's all worked in there, how we start this is it's basically a Dutch braid, an inside out braid. That's how we start it. So if you don't know how to do that, I guess I'll do another video on braiding your own hair. But if you already know how to do a Dutch braid in your own hair, this should be more simple for you. So I actually have extensions in my hair. I can show you. They're in here. My natural hair is about right here at my shoulders. So if you see those as I'm braiding, that's why. That's what it is, and I'll cover those up at the very end. But so the first thing I would do is take about from the top of the head all the way right behind the ear. Okay, I'd part it right there, and then I would clip this hair back behind, just to keep it out of my way. You don't have to do that, but it helps with the control while you're doing your braids. So start right up here, and you're gonna start doing a Dutch braid, okay? An inside out braid. And it's okay for it to look really tight at first. That's what you want. You don't want to start with it loose. So do it super tight because the look of the big full braid is what comes at the very end. And then I like to braid it all the way down.
I lost my shoes last night. I don't know where I put my keys.
Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm gonna get super close. It's a super tight, just regular inside out braid, okay? We took about a 2-inch panel right here. It can be totally messy. That actually helps blur the line when you end up putting your hair all the way down. So see how kind of funny that looks? Really, really tight, really flat to the head. So then what you're gonna do, and this is where the dry shampoo, or sometimes I even use cornstarch. I have a little bottle of cornstarch in here. It's nice. It's better for people who have lighter hair, but you can use that too to have a little bit of grittiness. But this is where you start to get the voluminous part, okay? So you're gonna start down here, and you're gonna just pull. You're just gonna start pulling section by section out until it gets to about the size that you want. And just keep pulling. If you have shorter layers, some layers might pop out, and that's okay. Don't fret, don't drop your braid and start over or anything like that. You can always go through and tuck them in with a bobby pin or something at the very end. So you see how I'm just going through and pulling all of those out. And if you want to push it back into your head to help it, so it's not so sticky uppy and a little more flat to the head, you totally can. So I'm just pulling these out. If you're starting to see the voluminous part, you can go ahead and hairspray it a little bit so that it starts to keep that shape and that hold with those big pieces. So as you can see, it's already becoming a lot more voluminous from just a simple inside out French braid. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and call it quits right there. I'm gonna clamp this edge right here so that I can work on my other hair real quick. Once you kind of like where that's laying, spritz it with some hairspray. So you go from having like a really tight French braid, inside out French braid, to just pulling it all out. So I'm going to pull out this back section, brush out my hair, and I'm just going to work on one side. It's a simple, quick one to do. And then I would take this braid and probably just pin it with some bobby pins. If you feel like any pieces are falling out that you don't want to fall out, you can always take a bobby pin and take a piece and just kind of tuck it back in and then pull out again so that you can hide the bobby pin. So like right there, one of my natural hairs is a lot shorter and it's kind of slipping out. So as you're doing your braid and pulling pieces out, if there's pieces that are just slipping out, don't be frustrated. Just know that you need to have your hair a little bit grittier, whether it's the cornstarch or a dry shampoo. And it takes practice. It takes practice, and your braids might fall out at the beginning, but just do it a few times and you'll start figuring out where you need to hold and where you should spray and pin. So from here you can either throw a wand in there and either curl it if you're wanting a down style. You can also go half up, half down, which is super cute too. A braid like this is super versatile, so you can have it halfway up, halfway down, have curls. You can put it in a full pony to sass up your hairstyle. But yeah, you guys try out this braid, see how it works for you, and let me know what your struggles are, what issues you have as you're learning, and I will try and help you figure those out. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys soon. Okay, bye.